for all the latest community news and events.
103.2 Preston FM.
Your community, your radio.
And my next guest is Dave Morretta. Dave, any idea where the Tamla Motown went to in 1972?
Good morning, it's Los Angeles.
Los Angeles! Wow, you see, the guests come in the studio and they know before I do the answer to them. But anyway, Danny, well done, you're our winner, and I'm sure we've arranged for you to get the tickets. And thanks for all the tweets that are coming in and the messages. It's at Chat City PFM and it's studio at Preston.fm. Now, my next guest this morning, it's been a very, very busy show today, wanted to make a difference and honour his friends and fellow soldiers. And one way he did that was running 18 marathons in 18 days. And to tell us more about that, it's Dave Morretta. So Dave, a very good morning to you.
Good morning.
So tell us a little about the 18 marathons in 18 days. What was that all about?
Basically, I wanted to put a massive event on to launch the Poppy Appeal firstly. I then started looking into the deceased from Iraq and Afghanistan, our lads what have fallen. Came up with 18 at that time. I knew 5 of the lads personally and served with them. So basically I came up with 18. I realised Remembrance Sunday was a massive day to finish on. So I started planning on the basis of finish on Remembrance Sunday and just counting 18 days back, doing a marathon a day in each of the lads' hometowns.
Wow. So you actually went to the hometown. So was that all across the country then, various parts of the country? It
was 18 lads from Lancashire.
So it was from the Lancashire area.
Yeah, it's only the lads from Lancashire. There's been a lot more fallen from a national perspective, but from Lancashire it was at that time 18. Unfortunately, there's more than one soldier fallen from the same place. So we got all the hometowns together, made sure we were covering all them, and then added a few more places in.
Right. So, I take it you're a runner yourself anyway, but that was some going, wasn't it? 18 marathons in, as an ex-runner who still wants to run but can't because of a knee injury. My mental capacity when I see people running just takes off because I want to be there. So to do 18 marathons in 18 days really is quite a challenge, but I think you've done quite a few marathons before, have you?
Yeah, I started in 2003 when I joined the forces, doing different weighted runs, distances, a lot of ultra distance stuff in the Falkland Islands and places like that. Basically now I'm a professional endurance athlete, and it's my job to train, run, and I also want to do one massive charity event a year. It was hard, the 18 marathons. It wasn't as bad as people make out, really. It's more routine. If you've got a good medical team, safety team, as long as you've got the mentality to get up and go in the morning, realise you've got to take food on board, water, things all fall into place. Right.
And you say that you want to do one real big thing a year. So I believe you're from, are you from or involved with a Blackpool charity, a small charity in Blackpool? Tell us a little about them and the work that they do.
Yeah, basically I'm from Blackburn originally. I live in Ribchester, and a friend of mine and the organiser of a charity called A Soldier's Journey in Blackpool. He's well known around Lancashire. In his first 12 months of operating, he got £100,000 for charity.
Oh, that's ongoing.
Basically, the guy's called Rick Clement. He's an inspirational, amazing guy. He lost both his legs sadly in Afghanistan. Basically, he wanted to raise £100,000 to pay for all his medical treatment, what he got off various charities. He's done that. Now he's working alongside me, ex-bosses in the army, and we're trying to say to keep him psychologically sound to carry on, basically. I'm going to help him do that. My coaches were in touch with people who are a Commonwealth Games standard wheelchair athletes, what are going to help him get back up to fitness, and hopefully he's going to attend a bigger charity event I've got next year.
Right. So have you kind of set up a charity, or you raise money to put into charities that feed into the various army charities that are around?
The 18 marathons was to launch the Poppy Appeal for the northwest of England and give money to soldiers and soldiers' families for the Royal British Legion. Now, the Soldier's Journey, the way that works is they get money and then they split it all down equally and give it to different charities, military things to help amputees, homeless, soldiers, across the scale military-wise.
Right. And you yourself then, Dave, where have you served? You served in quite a few different places.
Yeah, country-wise, a lot non-operational. The Falklands, which is still classed as an operational tour, but obviously not in the conflicts. I wasn't old enough to fight in the official conflict. Iraq, that's where I was in theatre. I left the army just before my regiment went to Afghanistan.
Yeah. So what was serving in Iraq like?
Bread and butter, really. You train as a professional for months and months on end. You go through 12 months of vigorous fitness and mental tests. They call it to get you battle ready to send you out to Iraq. So I was ready for it. And when I was out there to serve my country and wear my county's logo on my headdress, it was fantastic, proud moment.
Right. And so, I mean, being in the army, you're going to be fit. So actually running, did you do running whilst you were in Iraq? I mean, running as well as being fit to be in the army, running is a pleasure to you as well. You enjoy the running and the mental agility when you're running, I take it.
Yeah, Iraq, it's different things every day, from foot patrols carrying a lot of weight, your helmet, body armour, weaponry, ammunition and kit. But on different scenarios, you have to run. You don't necessarily know you're going out the gates to run, but on more than one occasion during the day, you will have to run, yeah. Wow.
And so what's the biggie going to be then in 2014?
I've got a few events, really. I'm starting... Rick Clement for A Soldier's Journey wanted me to raise the awareness, first of all, for his charity. I've got a world record attempt in March, so I'm going to be wearing his clothing. There'll be media people there, and I'll basically be smashing a record and raising awareness, saying it's to bump up the support for A Soldier's Journey.
And what's the one then in March? What's the record you're hoping to break?
It's the fastest ultramarathon race.
The fastest ultramarathon race?
Yeah, carrying £20. In 2013, I actually broke the record unofficially, carrying £30. But because I wasn't aware of it being a record by Guinness, I basically didn't get it recorded or have witnesses and stuff. So now I'm going to do it properly, and I'm in training now 3 times a day, carrying £20. So it's classed as like an extra limb come March.
Wow.
And I'm going to get the fastest time possible so people don't break it.
So what's the record as it stands?
It's minimum requirement 8 hours. I did it in approximately 7:04 last year, carrying £30. So I'm hoping to get 5:45, 6 hours. That's what I'm hoping for.
Wow. And where's that taking place?
Basically, for it to be certified through Guinness, it has to be an official race. It can't be a race set up just for my record.
All right.
So I've got to actually be part of a race. And there's one called the Canalathon. That's on the 23rd of March, running from Manchester to North Yorkshire. Nice flat surface for me to get the fastest time to break the record.
So how are you preparing then at the moment? Is it every day at the moment that you're in preparation, and each day increasing the weight?
Every single day. I've got £20 packed in a rucksack. I take it everywhere. If it's with the family walking to the park, it's on my back, or training. Different aspects of training don't necessarily mean I take it speed work, but for the long distance work I do carry it. I do a lot of cross trainer, cardiovascular work with it on as well. I just want to think, come March, it'll be on my back, and I'm so at home with it being there, it's not going to be an issue.
Were you always, when you were at school, were you always into keep fit and to running or something, or was it something that suddenly changed and you started to run and keep fit?
No, I've always been into fitness. I played football from a very young age, since you're able to join a team, and then where other children were staying out late doing things you shouldn't be doing, I was I joined the Army Cadets, and I used to go away with them a lot. All my friends and family knew that my ambitions were rooted to become a professional soldier. That's what I wanted. So I was always very active.
And what is it then that drives you on? You know, because I know there'll be people listening. As I said, I love running, or did love running. What is it that drives you on? Because I mean, to a lot of us, the things that you do it sounds like pushing your body to the extreme. So what is it that drives you on to do this and to look for each different challenge?
I just want to, mentally, nothing's never going to break me mentally. I feel that I'm 110% solid mentally. My body, however, that's why I have a safety team to help me. But the things what carry on, especially, is, it sounds horrible, but where other people have failed, where when times are hard and your muscles are fatigued and full of lactic acid, it's the times then where I think your body shouldn't be doing this, but you're doing it.
Right.
You're having a good crack at it. You don't feel well, but you're completing it one step at a time.
And how important is, I mean, I've just had a really bad cold and chest infection, and, you know, as a male, I was dying. I was at death's door with it. So, you know, people would look at me and think, oh, what's wrong with him? And to me, it was the end of the world. So, I mean, to you, how important then is it looking after yourself, and how important is things like nutrition, etc.?
Yeah, I'm officially, the people who officially made me professional are a nutrition and a supplement company. So they work with me every single day, knowing what my intake is on different things. Vitamins are a biggie. Make sure you've got enough vitamins and minerals in your system. Don't let your body get run down. A lot of the reason why people get injured is because they're run down. It's just knowing the signs. If you're starting to get things, something wrong with your body, maybe blisters on your feet when you're running, and they're taking forever to heal because your body's fighting too much at the same time, just take a step back, do alternate training, swimming, cardiovascular work, just ease off until your immune system builds up, and then crack on.
So when you're not exercising, how easy is it to relax for you?
I can't relax.
I thought you might say that. I don't know why, but I thought you could say that to me. So you do find it difficult kind of to switch off and relax?
Yeah, sitting down in the house just doesn't happen. I've been known to clean children's rabbits out at 2 a.m. with a head torch on in the back garden. I get up 4 till 5 doing cardio work anyway. Then come back, play with the children, have breakfast, go back out about 10 o'clock. That can be anything up to 30 miles.
Wow.
Then planning out for different events, have meetings with various charities and sponsors, and then go out in the evening again.
And you've got a run planned, haven't you, to, where is it, to in August?
Yeah, this challenge is going to be absolutely magnificent. The 18 marathons is going to look like a minnow in a massive lake compared to this. I'm basically running from the Infantry Museum at Preston to Ypres, the Memorial Gates in Belgium.
Wow.
5 days. It's approximately 400 miles, so I'll be taking the calculations with the mileage and trying to do it in 5 days.
And is this again to raise money for charity? Yeah,
this is my first official event to raise a lot of money for a soldier's journey in the region of £20,000-25,000, and it's primarily awareness for the 100 years since the First World War.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that. So that's the reason for doing that one. I was just going to mention that. And you're thinking it will take kind of 5 days.
I was thinking 7 at first, but I want to be up there with be great events. I mean, talks with a man called Mac McKenny, who has a programme on the telly, and he's been the advisor for Sir Reynolds Fines for 15 years. We were talking about 7 days, and then I said 5, and for him to email me back saying that's a tremendously hard challenge, someone of his stature, I thought, well, right? It's here for the taking now.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, that's nice. And I didn't realise in Lancashire, apparently we have another radio station. I'd not heard of it. I think it's Radio Lancashire. And I believe you've got, is it Graham Liver? Is he going to be doing some training with you? I take it he's not doing the run with you.
Yeah, I'm in talks with the head guy at Radio Lancashire. Basically, they're going to have their name on my event clothing. And what we're going to do is basically try and get Graham Liver out to do 5 days training with me, and he won't know what's hitting.
Well, I was just going to say, if you do get him out, give him the works. Don't tell him we told you, but just give him the works. So that sounds really good, and that's going to be happening in August. So people would be able to see you off here in Preston then. It's when that you're leaving Preston?
Monday the 4th.
Monday the 4th.
Of August. There will be links which I'll share with yourselves in the coming months, so people can donate.
Yeah, it'd be nice to talk to you again.
We'll have loads of different events leading up to the big event.
Wow. I mean, to me, this is all kind of wow, but to you, I mean, it sounds like everyday stuff. Is there anything that's in your mind at the moment for the future that's going to be the real grand slam of what you want to do or achieve?
There's things in my mind. If my partner's listening, she'll
we tell her to turn the radio off. Turn the radio off. What's the name?
Emma.
Emma, turn the radio off for 2 minutes while he tells me.
No, I've got... The sky's the limit, basically. I've got things I want to do. I want to do the Arctic Yukon Ultra in Canada, hardest ultramarathon in the world, minus 30.
Wow.
I will be completing that at some point. The Marathon des Sables, which everyone's aware of, in the Sahara Desert. Basically, they're meant to be the hardest races in the world. I'm going to better them. I'm going to do them and achieve what I need to achieve, and then I'm going to do events better than them. Wow.
And I take it she doesn't go running or do anything like this at the moment?
No, she's not into fitness at all. They say the opposites attract.
That's right, it sounds like that.
She started questioning me about the family's welfare and stuff when I first started doing different events, but now people speak to her on social media sites or ring her up and say, I can't believe Dave's doing such a thing, and she just says she knows it's happening, basically. She doesn't put anything past me.
Wow. Dave, what are the websites then that people, what about the one that we talked about, A Soldier's Journey? Is there a website that listeners can look at or anybody wants to donate?
If you type A Soldier's Journey into any search engine, or the name Rick Clement, who's the double amputee, who he organised it and founded the charity. If you type anything in there, it will come up on the social media sites, Google, etc., and people can donate on there.
Brilliant. And what about Facebook page or anything for you where people can find out about what you're up to?
Yeah, I have my own athlete page, which is just David Moretta. I also have a blog, Dave Moretta 86 at WordPress, and I also have another Facebook account which I use regular for a little running club I have in Ribchester called Dave Moretta Ribchester Runners. Dave
Moretta Ribchester Runners. Brilliant. Well, I've got a couple of minutes before we close, so I'd love to say thank you. It's been I've thoroughly enjoyed meeting you this morning. Maybe we could get you in before August, before you actually go off on the run. Maybe we could meet up again and find out how things are going. I'd love to do that.
Yeah, that'd be great to come back and see you and tell you how the planning's progressed and what's changed, and that'd be great.
I'd enjoy that. Now she can turn the radio back on now. He's just told me he's doing nothing for the next 2 years.
Thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed today's interview, why not tweet Hughie at Chat City PFM.